look at the total points, over 300 in front. Pot success up by 5%. It's made the highest breaks, and 10% up on the safety stats, and also the long potting as well. Excellent, all excellent from Liang Wenbo. The last frame though, he had a bit of help to get in. Judd Trump was unlucky. We can see again what happened here. Knocked in the plant, but that red came back down the table, knocked the green in, just really unlucky. And from that, Liang made a 92 break.
Well, it's an outrageous piece of bad fortune, isn't it? I mean, there is no getting away from it. Some things you can avoid, which happened, but really that was something you could never have predicted. And it cost him the frame.
Thank you, frame 7.
Well, we've got two big frames left here this afternoon. Trump, you feel, has got to win at least one of them. It's 4-2 to Liang. Trump was 5-3 down last week to Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1-9-8. 6-2 to a player as confident at the moment as Liang Wenbo. That'll be tough, even though, of course, he did hit back at the Crucible against him from 6-3 at half-time. Been played at a fair old pace, this final. Average frame time just over 13 minutes. That's quick. You know, you expect it maybe to be a bit cage early on, but there you are, just 13 minutes. There's going to be a bit of a gap between sessions. A few of the spectators may take themselves off to the Trafford Centre next door. A huge shopping complex. I went and had a look yesterday. I had to get a taxi back. That's how big it is. Slight overstatement, but that's where we are, outside the city centre. Huge complex. Of course, we had 8 tables here at the start of the week. Reminder that all the action today from the final is in high definition on Eurosport.
Quite pacey, this. Well, it's okay, but I don't think he hit it quite that hard.
Thanks, Judd.
Good shot that, with the red in bulk, but clearly covered up by the yellow, and plenty of other reds also blocked off by the green. Of course, if he plays a safety shot back to bulk, then, well, it's got to be on the right side of the table. Anywhere over the left, he leaves the red by the yellow to the middle. So he's in a bit of trouble here. Now, he's obviously playing, showing the referee the line of the shot, but I get the feeling he's playing a similar shot to the previous one cushion, but maybe either into the bunch or the bottom red is the one he's trying to lay on. Pace is everything here, and again it's a little bit heavy-handed. His touch has deserted him on the last 2 shots. The line of the shot, very good. But Judd Trump might be potting his first ball for coming up to 26 minutes if this goes in. In fact, that is since before the mid-session. He's not potted a single ball. He actually did pot one, but it ended up being a foul when he knocked the green in. Very confidently played, though, with pace. And I think he's got to do more of the same on this black. These are never easy. but the accuracy required here is similar. Because again, he's got to use a bit of pace to get out of there onto the next red. Oh, that's a rotten kick. That was a pretty vile kick.
Judd Trump, 1.
Well, if Judd Trump didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck. That comes after the green going in last frame, and now look at this, horrible contact, throwing the black right offline. Pretty miserable spell for Trump.
Yeah, I mean, outrageous bad luck. I mean, it was a horror contact. I've not seen one as bad as that this week.
Well, again, it's down to Liang to show no mercy.
It makes you feel out there. If you're sitting where Judd is in that seat and you've had those 2 pieces of bad luck, you
6.
maybe it's just not going to happen for you. This has just gone straight on. Squared up the angle, straightened it up. But you do wonder, is it my day or is it somebody else's day when those kind of things happen?
7.
Well, I thought it'd been quite exciting so far.
Well, the way he's been playing, there's every chance he could win the frame again here. Wouldn't want to preempt that, but he knows he's capable because in the balls he's been playing beautifully. He's been staying in perfect position, playing fluently. He's got to do it again, but he's capable.
If he does win tonight, there's a long way to go yet, but if he does, there could be some celebration. He likes to celebrate. Did last night. Can't blame him the way he played against Stuart Bingham. Oh, that black's just wriggled in.
Yes, and for that reason, he's not perfectly behind the next red. He hit it too thick, and he was up on this, worried that he'd
18.
left it over the pocket. Would have been the miss of the week, I think, that one. But once again, a great recovery, perfectly back in behind the blue.
Well, we'll never know what Trump would have made from the plant last frame, or indeed would have made from the visit this frame, but for the kick. But the point is, he didn't get the chance to show us.
25.
Trump said he's been trying to copy Mark Selby and his approach, and that's what he has to do in that chair, just compose himself, because
32.
he could come back to the table. He needs to be ready if he does.
So the option's running a little bit thin. Those 2 reds up to the right, I'm sure they both go to the right corner. Might be playing on those. Getting into the cue ball with screw, and he's left-hander. But even then, I don't think he can reach this one. It's a good shot, though.
40.
came as a surprise. He could have just played the left-hand red of the two and run it in. Maybe it wasn't quite straight enough, but rest shots sometimes can be missed, even when you're not missing shots usually. Sometimes it's just a little bit different using the rest of what you've been doing before.
1.
Can't say he rushed it or anything, he just didn't line it up properly. It's a great shot from Judd Trump. He's got to make it count. He suffered a little bit. He wants to make Liang sit in his chair and suffer himself and think what might have been. Quite an important passage of play, I think, this one.
9.
Yes, and this is why, as I mentioned, the time spent in his chair was important. And in fairness, he sat there placid. He wasn't shaking his head or tutting or grumbling or chuntering or any of that. Just sat waiting quietly for this chance.
50. $60. 22. 23.
Well, once again, perfectly judged. Just dropping the cue ball through for a red here is pretty simple. Well, it's quite tense in here. It's the first session of 2. It might get even more so tonight.
28.
The audience watching this final, a good crowd in this
29.
afternoon, realise that this is a very important little run of play. There's a lot of suspense in the air. And again, well played.
That's right, if Trump can win this frame, even if he loses the last 5-3, he's very much in it. But 5-2, going into the last frame, a chance of 6-2, then the pressure's really on him. So this really important visit.
Sometimes the first session of 2 in a final can be a little bit flat, because you know it's all going to really kick off in the evening and things are going to take shape. But this has been an excellent session. Both players look really sharp. They've won 6 matches apiece to get here, don't forget, all week.
43. 44.
Oh no, finished right up against the red.
51.
Well, it's amazing that he should finish in the only place. Absolutely no chance of putting one here.
Judd Trump. 51.
Well, I think Trump will regard that as a chance missed. 51 though, he's got 12-point lead, he's got Liang snookered, it would seem. Well, I think that would have been start the car time if that red had gone in.
Yes, it nearly did. Sorry, Dave, it nearly did go in, as you say, and that would have been 3 ridiculously bad piece of fortune for Judd, but it doesn't seem to matter now, because that was a great pot.
Again, though, it's not finished well, really. I was just thinking if the red had gone, Trump would have been entitled to think, well, I just can't win this. But it didn't.
Well, he's got an absolutely simple snooker. behind green or just touch the brown. But I tell you, if he's playing this,
Blue ball.
I think he must be playing to refuse this shot. Interesting choice. Clever shot. We're in the
one.
blue on the cushion. Of course, that's a right-hander shot down the cushion, and Liang is left. And he's got the snooker, so that is a very clever shot. It's the sort of shot that the man the trophy's named after would have enjoyed. Steve Davis, an absolute master tactician.
Yeah, and it shows he's thinking well. He's not allowing the little bad luck to overwhelm his thought processes. Oh, but they could have finished anywhere. It's not bad for Liang. Oh, did I say not bad? What a fantastic yellow.
Interesting shot selection now. I mean, this was beautiful cueing. When the ball's come to rest, you'll see that he's got a pretty good chance for snooker behind the brown with the cue ball. There was no real option for the pot there. Unfortunately, he's played it badly. He could hardly have played it worse, in fact. He's left the pot on. That's a blunder. Well, good and bad, obviously not on the brown, but developing the blue for either continuation of this visit or should he get another chance. He's very much in this frame still, Liang Wenbo. Oh, goodness me, is he really thinking about going for this? It doesn't look a natural. Cue ball is, well, somewhere close to the left corner, I think. Probably not enough, but it's not a million miles away. This is a very difficult pot to even think of. This is where he has to count to 10 and think, is this really right? Do I wait one? Yes, I think that's the correct move. That pot looked pretty horrible, what he was thinking about.
3.
Well, sanity won the day there. What an important couple of minutes coming up here. Trump 12 in front. He needs brown and blue. Liang, of course, is going to need them all. But the difference, 5-2 or 4-3, massive going into this afternoon's last frame.
Interesting, he played it with left-hand side.
Yes.
I don't know why he would.
Liang Wenbo, 4.
The way he missed it, but the cue ball hit that top cushion and went over to the left. Maybe he was worried about coming back and hitting the blue. I think he's going to look at this and have it put back, isn't he?
Back.
Yep, there's no time limit. I think he's just made Judd Trump sweat for a second. He played it with left-hand side, which is pretty unnatural to be playing with left-hand side to try and get an edge on the right of a ball.
Okay.
Some dialogue between player and referee to find out exactly where the cue ball was.
Okay.
It's Manchester's own Greg Caniglio taking charge.
Okay, Liang.
They've got the freeze frame option with the marker Leo Scullion, so they should use it really if there's discussion.
So saying it's wider.
Yeah, I can't believe there's any way you wouldn't use it if it's there.
Definitely a roundabout.
I'm told it's available right now.
Further up. Okay.
Well, that's where it was.
No. Okay. All right, Judd.
Well, it's not quite right, is it? It's half a ball's width away.
Yeah, it's not right.
The point is, if we can see that it's not right, I don't understand why the official can't see out there, Greg Caniglio. We're only a few yards away, aren't we?
Well, Liang Wenbo, well, in fact, Brendan Moore now is getting involved, another referee. Liang Wenbo's having a look at the screen. They're all looking at the screen. It's not quite right, just a little bit to the left is required.
It's a bit like the golden shot all those years ago. Bit left a bit, right a bit. Fire.
There's one for the teenagers.
Yeah, that's right. They'll know what we're talking about. Not.
Yeah.
Well, that's still not quite right, but I think the line, importantly...
Okay. Yeah.
No, not quite. Anyway, just going back to what I say. Played it with left-hand side first time to avoid going into the blue on the way back. Very dangerous shot he's played there. He's got it, and it's very good effort, but I'll tell you, easy to imagine chipping that brown nearer the left top corner pocket. Well, he doesn't mind a challenge, does he, Liang? And he's having a look at the putting angle. It's too thin, really, but if he gets it, he's on the blue for sure, I'd say. Could be frame ball, this. It's difficult. It's a marvellous pot. Under pressure.
Well, it sums up the way he's played right from the start of this final. He's been going for them. He's trying to win the match. He's trying to win the tournament. He's pretty fearless, is Liang. He needs the 3 remaining colours to lead 5-2.
Well, that was very twitchy. I think his bridge hand even moved there. But courtesy of the jaw of the middle pocket, which didn't escape Judd's notice, he's perfectly behind the pink. Well, I'll tell you what,
15.
Liang is very nervous on these shots. Worth noting that Judd can only tie the frame. Respot could happen, but on the blue, I'm sure his bridge hand moved. Pink, everything moved. Most body parts moved. Judd is still in this frame, but only just.
Yes, well, he's left himself a horrible black here. What a shot this is in the match.
Liang Wenbo, 15.
Well, there's an awful lot of tension here. I can't imagine this cuts to the middle. It'd be the thinnest of the thin. So, how much do you like these? Safety shot. Can see him going in off if he tries to push the black up to the bulk end. I'm afraid that's not going to be it. Tried to get the black safe, but he's failed on all counts there.
Well, Liang's long potting has been excellent. 80% for the match. If he knocks this one in, he's 3 frames in front. But he hasn't.
It's worth repeating that Judd Trump needs to pot this black and the black again as a respot.
Yeah, he had that respot frame late on in the semi-final yesterday against Barry Hawkins, which he won. And we got another one. We've got another one. Liang had a go at it, didn't knock it in. The black is coming back on. What a frame. Greg Caniglio is going to spin a coin. And then the player who wins that coin toss usually puts the other player in. Let's hope he's got his coin. He has.
Head. It is a head. Your choice.
Yeah, just nods across to Judd standing up there. That was enough to make him know that he's got to play the next shot.
Well, he made a bit of a hash of this yesterday, didn't he? He did actually leave Hawkins a pot, although Barry Hawkins missed it to this right corner.
Played that much better. It's never been a nice shot to have to play. I mean, there is a possibility where the balls have landed that he could play the double here. Could try and double the black to the left corner, take the cue ball up the table. He's having a long, hard look at the angle. He's the most intense spell of concentration I've seen from a player. He's played it. What a shot.
Oh, what a shot indeed. Liang Wenbo doubles the respot to lead 5-2. What a moment in this final. Judd Trump now with it all to do. He's 3 frames behind. Welcome back.